Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Hegemony 3 as the North Etruscans. And if you are already a previous follower of this series and you were waiting for the next video and it never came out, I apologize. So this is episode number 14. Episode 13, those were all recorded in a timely fashion, but what happened is at the end of episode 13, when I was recording what should have been the new episode 14, I had another game bug. And I didn't want to invest the time of installing the update, uninstalling, trying to get to work. So I kind of just left it where it was for a while. But I really like to finish what I start. I've always preferred it when I see a YouTube series, like a playlist that carries a game, at least it notifies me that the series will be ending, which I did not do because I had always planned to continue. Anyway, to make a long story short, I had some problems and I didn't decide to continue the series immediately, but I always had it in my mind that I should come back to it. So I've updated the game. We're now operating at the latest version, and this is January 2016, so there's probably been a few minor patches since even the last time I recorded episode 13. Anyway, so let me do a brief recap for everyone, but specifically for those people who were watching the series earlier and, we kind of faded out for a bit there. So, we started as Felcina, as the North Etruscans. We had all these independent North Etruscan cities, and we've conquered all of them. So we started off with Felcina, and now we own Mutna, Parma, Spina, Ravenna, and Adria. We've also taken one city from the Venetians, the Veneti, Ateste. So I also used the colonization trick because we can see Ateste right here. It says North Etruscan, but this was originally a Venetian city. And because I was using the colonization trick, we still have plenty of colonists here. Well, 3, I guess. I might have more somewhere else. No? Is this colonist? Yeah. So I have one more colonist here. Let's move them over to Ateste, because I imagine that that's going to be the city closest to one of the next cities I conquer. Either Mantua or, what's this one here? I can't remember. Batavium. Okay. Now, when I ended the last one, I think we were in the middle of a fight, so what was happening? Well, let me continue to explain what was going on in this series, just to update. We also have the Umbria to the southeast. They've been constantly raiding this mine. They haven't attacked me recently, which makes me fear perhaps the Senones, who now have 9 cities, more than me. They started with 2, remember. They have 9 cities. That might have that might be the reason why the Umbria are not attacking me, because maybe the Senones have actually conquered them. It's unknown yet. The good news is that this patch has introduced the patches since episode 13 have introduced several good things. One, I was having a problem before with canceling these things, which you can see this is like empty, but it would never go away. Those things seem to clear fine now. Another thing is, supposedly the tactical and strategic map transition has been adjusted to be a little more zoomed out. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like you can go too far out on the tactical map still. It would be nice if there was a slider, but I understand that maybe that's hard to implement. Anyway, it's fine enough. It works well enough. It worked well enough before, and it's working well enough now. Another thing they changed is the rate, how far zoomed out you have to be before these icons disappear. Supposedly it's been the level of zoom you have to pull out before these icons disappear has been increased, so we can zoom out a little further and still see these icons. That I do greatly appreciate, and I feel like I noticed. Perhaps I just, maybe it's just the old sugar pill placebo effect, so I'm not sure. Okay, so let's get actually into what's going on immediately right now. We're currently engaged with a Venetian hoplite unit with 2. Naturally, this is not the position that my units were in when we saved and ended the game last, but probably because of the patch updates. And one thing is, the units now, the hoplites, are now forced to be in phalanx stance. There's going to be a bit of catch-up I have to do with the game because there has been like gameplay changes since the previous patches. But one thing I noticed immediately is that we can no longer use skirmish mode with our hoplites, which just means that they're going to be very, very slow. The good news is enemy hoplites will also not be able to use battle line or skirmish mode, which I guess is a little bit unfortunate just because I've always liked it when the enemies use battle line since it's slower. I mean, it's worse defensively than phalanx mode. Okay, but we're going to move this guy over here. He's being chased by a unit which will kill him. My axemen are really not supposed to take on enemy units except for in range. In fact, let's make sure that he's range support. Good. Now, let's see. We have... Let's get our hoplites to attack here, just for good measure. I'm not sure if they were already going to do that. Probably yes, but that's fine. Also, I see that we have two groups of workers moving north. They're probably going to be disbanded in Adria. However, I'm going to have this one actually conquer this and take this on his way north. Just because I would prefer to get those things conquered and to be in my possession. And we'll get this guy to move just over to Adria. We also have another colonist. Oh, that one's moving north. This has been set up. This bridge and vineyard setting is now working. I'm definitely going to want to upgrade this to a living quarters. And we have a, well, I guess we don't have too much wood, do we? But the wood that I'm eventually going to get, I want to allocate up there. Okay, that's that. We have two workers in this logging camp. Naturally, over the last couple days, I was trying to refamiliarize myself with Hegemony III, so I had to really pay attention to all the different things going on in my empire. I've forgotten everything. It's been so long since my last video that I had forgotten everything. Okay, good. So we want that to happen. We have a heavy phalanx guy who's being recruited here. As soon as we move forward even a little, okay, well, I need him to get at least one unit so I can move him out. He's not getting units. Okay, just wait for him to get one unit. Is that a unit? Yes, he has one. Fantastic. I'm going to move this guy south. So I'm going to move him here. And I'm going to send this guy kind of over here. So that way we can defend Parma a little bit better. And we have an axeman right here. We'll move him kind of this middle zone. He'll be like the free agent between these two areas. So he can move west or he can move east. Because we have an axeman here. We don't have an axeman here, so he'll hover a little closer. But I guess I do get attacked up the middle pretty frequently, don't I? And then this guy, of course, is just going to stay, this hoplite, normal hoplite, is going to stay in defending this area. Again, I have colonists in here. Workers in here, not slaves. And I have so many slaves that this decision is purely because I don't care. So everywhere we should have, basically, we should have slaves and not workers. Because workers cost 10 gold per week, and I only have a very limited amount of money remaining, and I also have a ton of slaves. So just preemptively, let's go ahead and throw two groups of slaves over to this. Actually, I'm going to do it individually so they don't have to move in formation mode. Oh, this guy doesn't look like he's full. Now he is. Just take this guy instead. I didn't check to make sure that these guys are all full. Is this a unit full? Okay, let's do this. So we'll start moving forward here. This guy, he's in ranged mode now. Good. So as soon as this guy turns back, we'll turn around and just try to lob one set of axes at him. If we can get it off, can we? Yes, we can. So let's see. That's probably not going to do anything. But we'll charge back and forth. Good. This battle's ended. So we're not going to need more than one hoplite. That guy looks like he might even be retreating anyway. So we'll send this guy to conquer him. And if this unit continues, we'll move from north to engage. Perhaps he won't, though. Although he is, unfortunately, blocking our... Can we go this way? Why did I even make this supply line like this? I don't remember. Well, let's cancel it and let's do this. Since obviously it's better for us in almost every single way. It costs less to make that supply line. And it's not going to be blocked. So those are two great reasons to not be doing the supply line all the way around the top. Okay, so this unit basically has to play this dancing game until the hoplites can come down. So as soon as we see them stop, we ourselves... Oh, this is a long time ago this vineyard was lost. So what the most recent bump is this guy conquering that. Let's get him back into supply range because he's only down to 10 food, so let's move him over here. Okay, this guy is retreating successfully, that's good. We're capturing those slaves, that's good. So move that guy north. Let's get these new bunch of slaves into Poteste. Yeah, so I don't know, my grand strategy with this Let's Play series has really broken down. I don't remember what my goals were. I don't remember, you know, I had little devisings in my head. Little plans, but they're all totally gone. It's been, you know, too long for me to remember them. Also, there might be a better interest in a new Let's Play series instead of continuing this old one. Now, again, I just don't like to leave a series unfinished. So at the very least, I would like to do this last episode, and I'll mark it as the conclusion video. Actually, I think I'll do one more after this, no matter what. No matter what, we'll do one more video, episode 15. So, but if I see that there's probably not a lot of interest in this series continue, and possibly more interest in a new series, because I've lost so much momentum with this one, that might be better, then I will just start a new series. And one gameplay I found very interesting was actually playing as the Crotons down here. Like the North Etruscans, they have very good combat stats, which makes the economy a little more difficult, but because I tend to min-max quite a bit, the economy is not usually the biggest problem for me. So let's get these guys to charge, so hopefully they move a little bit faster, because these guys are going to break almost immediately, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, to me the tactical map zooms, tears away to the strategic map. Still a little bit too soon. But we've made already some progress, right? We've conquered... well, what have we done this turn? No, I guess we haven't really done much. Oh, we did conquer this. If we can engage this unit, we're so close. Please engage. Don't run away. Don't let them run. Good. Yes, excellent. Okay, good. So that was important. Also, that unit has fled back to Spina, which means that we can just immediately move them right back out. And I don't think Spina's recruitment pool is in any danger. No. Oh, that is one thing we should do, is probably move around and see what kind of upgrades and stuff we should get going on at our cities. Is it time for wooden walls yet? Oh, why is this guy starving? I mean, there's plenty of food. Very interesting. Maybe because this area right here doesn't have food? Yeah, that's probably it. But we have food in our stockpile. Interesting. I wonder where he loaded this food from. Kind of a interesting question. This is a camp. Maybe there was food in there and it just wasn't giving it to him? It's a mystery. Okay. So anyway, we should probably just be throwing slaves into any fish yards that are really close. So what's this supply cost? Like 2? Yeah, I mean, come on. We can do that. That's so little. It's such a little amount of money. And food is probably not going to be a huge problem for us, but just for 2 gold, it feels worth it to increase our food production for free. I mean, for 2 gold. But otherwise, the slaves, we have a high abundance of slaves. I think that's the only place where we have slaves and not workers. Another thing we'll want to do for sure is start upgrading these like logging camps. Let's get everybody to start moving over to living quarters, which will increase my lumber production, which will further allow me to build more living quarters. So it'll be this like snowball effect. Now for all the food locations, especially the farms I will definitely work. And I want all those to be just resource production, because I don't need to spend the extra workers. So this one can go to resource production as well. Okay, and this guy's moving out over here. Yeah, we need him. Let's just move him like almost all the way over. Because the 3 channels that we get raided by barbarians are, I mean, there's only 2 channels, sorry. This south west one here, and then the southern pass here. Probably what we should do is just go down and sack whatever kind of raiding village is spawning these units, but for the time being, I think we're better off trying to hold a test day, and this fight's going well. It's good. Okay, so this guy's back in supply. Oh, he's starving though. Okay, we just hit load food and he's not starving anymore. That's great. Let's go back over and conquer this vineyard. So let's click on that. Oh, we've done it. They only have 2 units available, but we'll go down and we'll demolish this camp anyway. So things are right back. We've righted a tilted ship. I was a little worried at the beginning, but no problems. That's back. That's good. I probably won't upgrade the resource production of resource locations, which are so far away. Huh, interesting. Okay, interesting. So we can accept a truce with the... Who is it? Insubres. Which ones are the Insubres? The purple. Yeah, it is them. And I'm currently marching over to take their vineyard, which means I probably won't get a truce with them. Okay. Wow. My hoplite unit is like nowhere near. He's not very quick, is he? That is the disadvantage. We went through all of this in the last episode, but that is the disadvantage with these heavy hoplites. There's no advantage in speed. There's a significant advantage in melee and a huge one in defense because we get a lot of defensive bonuses, but in fact, why? That seems low. Oh, probably because I haven't chosen to do anything yet. Let's get weapon damage. I'm confused though. Is this really 345? That doesn't seem right. We should get plus 15%. That's probably exactly what this is. Yes. But on top of that, this guy should be moving in phalanx formation and be getting an additional 50% defense. Oh, but he's not getting that defense, of course, just because he's fording the river. Okay, that makes sense. I'm okay with that. So it looks like our axeman here, he's going to have to play a little defense. We'll set him up right on the edge here. Spread him out. And he's just going to be throwing axes and then running away. Hopefully drawing my forces off this way, and so it doesn't interrupt my supply. In fact, there's enough units here that I'm a little worried. Let's get this axeman down here too. And let's move this phalanx over just to support. We probably need another hoplite unit. And it looks like we have enough recruit pool, especially because I think we can just send this guy into here and disband him. But for the time being, yeah, we have enough to recruit. Whoops, not colonists. No, disband. Let's get another set of just normal hoplites. They are cheaper, and we do have a slight money problem. Survival is more important than money, though, so we'll do that. Okay, good. Well, I feel like I'm just getting back in the swing of it. That's what this episode was kind of about. We didn't really make much progress. A lot of pausing, a lot of talking. But we're back in it. That's the good news. And we'll create at least one more episode. Hopefully try to take one more city before we call this series to a close. Or if I really feel like I'm back in the swing of it, really interested in continuing it, then we'll continue to make a lot more episodes. Okay, they are engaging us. Let's pull back a little bit. Probably just have to run away. As long as these guys are hooked on us, then yes, good. That was the only goal, was to make sure that they're running at us so we can get our hoplite unit. Let's leave him in the supply zone, so let's leave him there and get this guy over here, this guy over here. I still really like that you can see the destination for a unit, and not only that, but you can actually click the destination as a way of selecting the unit. That's really neat. I don't know if I've seen that in other games. Okay, a vineyard was captured up here. It still allows us to do a truce. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and accept that. The with the Insubres, that's... I don't know if Mantua is here or not. So new beginning, we will treat our Insubres friends. Well, really we're not... If we go to diplomacy, so you can see already the new patch has fixed up the diplomacy a bit. People actually ask for truce. It doesn't cost us any money, which is nice. They were probably not a huge threat. No, they are huge. Yeah, never mind. Huh, interesting. They actually have more units than us, somehow. Okay, well anyway, that's that. That's the diplomacy window, which now truces are actually being asked for. It's pretty cool. How do we want to swing this battle? I think what we're going to want to do is this. We're going to want our axemen to just directly engage the slingers. We're going to have to pull them behind the hoplites to begin with, though, just because I hope you guys are ready. Oh. We have to toggle it? Interesting. Are we in phalanx mode? That's interesting. I didn't know we had to toggle it. So you can actually toggle it off? No, you can't. For some reason they weren't in phalanx mode, but they weren't receiving the benefits of any other stance. Okay, so here we go. We're going to actually bum rush the slingers, though, around the back. And just hope our hoplites hold out. Do these guys have any... They don't have enough points to do anything. But they already have medic... Oh, they already have medic 1 and weapon master 2. So they're 125 and 350. We're up against units which are 78 and 300. Huh, they have better defense than us. No, never mind. We're at 350 and they're at 300. Okay. And they have less, so they only have 60 units total because they're both fighting with 30 strength units. Oh, these guys might be a little more difficult though. Like, no, they're both... Huh. 78, what are we at? Interesting. Have these statistics been updated or something? I don't remember us being more powerful than the hoplites originally. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and push forward, get this battle underway. So that battle will commence. We'll keep moving our guys around. And we'll switch over to this so we can charge the slingers, which will probably break them almost instantly. Let's get these guys in the skirmish mode, and which of these is going to be broken first? We'll focus on these guys because they're 123. Why did our formation break? That's interesting. I wonder if that's a result of being attacked by both people. But we don't have to fear. Let's move this guy back down just in case. We don't have to fear. Our heavy hoplites are here. Sounds like Mighty Mouse. Was that Mighty Mouse? Never fear, Mighty Mouse is here? I forget. Okay, good. So I don't care about 2 raiders, do I? Yeah, sure, why not? Take all the people we can get. Slaves. They're so fun. Okay, so those guys are conquered. Now let's send these guys over here. Looks like by themselves, my 2 units here are able to hold off the 2 hoplites. That's very impressive. Alright, slaves, you got a long journey, but the slave location that we've... Hey, why aren't you doing anything, by the way? Why don't you... Oh, we have a ceasefire. Why did I say accept the ceasefire? Whatever. It's just a useless camp which is ticking away. Oh, looks like they've actually got supply lines now. But this is independent. This is ours. So let's quickly capture this logging camp. Just to make sure the Insubres don't make any more gains. Let's make sure everyone's actually in the correct formation. Now, we're at 74. This is a good time to probably disband one of our workers, which will also give us back 10 gold. So we're at negative 12. Now we're at negative 2. Not great, but that's fine. Let's see. We should have another set of workers coming up. Did we already disband the other ones? Okay. Why has this supply line been deactivated? I don't know. Well, I think we're going to call this video to a close here. It looks like we'll very easily mop up these forces. So I hope that you guys are enjoying. I'm back into Hegemony 3. I do like this game. The new changes, by the way, there's a lot of beta changes in the discussion right now. They have ambushes and scout units and all kinds of things, which I actually thought, because I was reading the update news, that it was going to be in the game when I loaded this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. That's a lot to learn, but it feels more or less the same as it was before, for better or worse. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you in Hegemony episode 15. It won't take another month. Take care.